Hi, in this video I will try to share with you some themes and try to customize your Rhino for some single tips. For example, I am working with Rhino 7. Look that I will try to change some things, some stuffs that are by default when you install Rhino. This will help you if you are already a user or of Rhino or you are a new user. So first of all, when you install Rhino, this is installed with a default option that is called use extrusion the command, and is installed with extrusion option. Look, if I go back to this option that is already the first one, look, if I select this and activate gumball and extrude, look that the surface is without the isocurves. Look that this is called open extrusion. So sometimes I believe that the users that already work with Rhino have some problems maybe with when you try to create some Boolean differences, and this will change only if you use the command use extrusions. Let me put here the help command. Sorry, I will activate it here, help, and when you use extrusions, only activate the option of polysurface. If you do that, when you extrude this curve, you will obtain a polysurface, and I believe it's better when you try to create a more complex objects, right? That's all that you need to do. And look, I will create, for example, an offset surface. It doesn't matter already the distance and all the options, solid, yes, please. And look, I will watch here that is an closed solid polysurface, and look that I don't have anymore the borders in cyan or orange color. I use this to try to figure out that the figure is open. So let me try to extract a surface here. I will press enter and delete. Look that I have the orange surface of the inside faces and the color cyan in the border. So I will try to show you that this is an open polysurface. If you want to create or use this configuration, I will go to perspective, and I am using shaded. I will click here in display options, and I will change. Let me reset the default value so I can go with you in step by step. Look, I will look for this option that is back face settings. I will change. I will use single color for all back faces and try to use a color that is different than you usually use. I maybe will use the orange or the magenta. So this can create a contrast between the open surface and closed surface, right? I will go now to objects. I will go to surface, and if you want to highlight the border of open surface or polysurface, I will go here naked edge. I will change this to use separate settings for naked edge. I will change to number 3. I recommend you to use the number 3 only in this option to highlight the open polysurface, open border, sorry. And I will change here single color for all naked edge and change to color cyan. So be careful to select the naked edge, because sometimes some people change this one, and this is all the borders. I don't want to increase all the borders. I only want to show the naked edge, right? And other things that I can recommend you, please wait here. Look, if I create a curve, look that my curve has a singular width is less than this border. If you want to increase this in the same options of display options, look that I can change inside shaded objects curves. I can increase the width of the line of the curves. So I recommend you to use the number 2. I use the number 3 only for tutorials and showing in a screen when I teach my courses. So I recommend you the number 2, because if you increase more of this width, when you trace when you digitalize a picture, you can have a more change to make an error. So be careful with this. And if I am here, let me show you that you can activate another things. For example, will be, let me try to find out. is, for example, in the objects. The other things I want to show you, let me remember what is. Well, I will remember in a few minutes, sorry. I will change now, for example, the mouse, for example, options. That is, activate the turn on control points when you install Rhino 7 and 6. When you select the curve, you activate the control points, but sometimes it's not useful to show immediately the control points. So you can go back here, display options, and you can disable that in Rhino option, sorry. In mouse you can unmark this turn on control points, so this could be useful. Another thing that I recommend you do to that is to go to general options and look, this value sometimes is like 256 megas. So when you use the undo option, I mean the control Z, sometimes you try to go back more times, but you are not enabled to do that. So this is the increasing the RAM memory that you can use for the control C or undo options, right? Another things, I will go to files, and here, for example, I change this. When you create an autosave file, you can change, normally is 20 minutes. I will change that every 5 minutes. You can change the number of, I mean the autosave and elapse time. So already I changed this one. This is the folder where the autosave files are always saved. I go here to documents, I create a new folder and create that one that is called Rhino recover. I mean, in Spanish is Rhino rescate. So I change this one. I will open and click here in save. When I save these options, all the autosave files will be in this option. And finally, maybe the last thing, I disable this one too, please. This is only to try to don't have more copies of the same file. Be careful with this, but I believe that if you change to this to every 5 minutes, you can have something similar than this one, right? So I believe is all I can show you here. I don't remember the last thing that I can recommend you do to that. Oh, and I remember that what is, you can activate here the show z-axis, and I click OK. When you are in the shaded mode, you will show this axis if you want to do that. So maybe it's useful, but if I change to a wireframe, it's not enabled. So if you want to do that, you can go again to display options. Be sure to select the wireframe and go back again to the where was that? Sorry, here in grid. You can activate the show z-axis too, right? So I hope this is useful for you. If you have any questions, maybe, or you can recommend some things to share later. I am trying to do my best in translating my material in English, right? Sorry for my pronunciation, but I'll do my best, right? Okay, nice to meet you. I will be in touch with you soon. Bye.